All right, welcome everybody. Let's talk about the stock market. These are S&P 500 futures. We're going to look at the weekly, the daily, and the trade of the day. I guess I'll just keep those numbers on there for now. That's fine. Let's take a look at this. Let me get on the daily drawing set, or I'm sorry, the weekly drawing set, and spread this out here a little bit. So far this week we got a range of 120. Came down, pretty far here. The low was 4236, we'll call it. And, this is the 50 week, this blue line, which is 41, at the moment it's 4186. Okay. Now we've clearly broken below this is the 24 simple moving average. We clearly broke below that. So we're in between the green and the blue line. And we're going to see how this August 29th cycle low comes into play. I mean, look at this thing. Separating out, getting ready to go further south. I think there's more in this. Then we'll get a bounce somewhere over here and then back down probably later on in the year or whatever. Okay, maybe something like that. Who knows? We'll have to keep an eye on this. But even if we get a bounce in here for like a week or two, I don't think it's going to survive. I think it's, even if it does a little bouncy bounce, and then I think it's going to come down. It might even get below this 4112. It would not surprise me to see this get down below this number. Okay, let's look at the daily chart here. Now, while I'm here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to update these two studies. Okay. That data's already come in for the day, and now we can just apply it, and we can see that the energy levels are pretty flat here. This has been pretty flat last few days, just kind of tracking sideways here. So that's kind of important. I keep an eye on this universe energy flow. Helps me have an understanding of what's going on. Right now it looks pretty flat. So, if you look at this kind of from this perspective, down, flat, tracking sideways. Well, that was all the way back over here. Down, flat. Yeah. Now on the daily, it looks like there should have been a bounce here, right? See how this came down, should have bounced? Well, it didn't really bounce, right? It just kind of tracked sideways there. A small little bounce at best, which is this green cycle right here. Well, we didn't get a bounce. No bounce. It just tracked sideways and then gave it up. Now, 4262 right now is acting as support. That's this number right here. So this line, clean this up a little bit. This line right here is acting as support. Now, we may see this come up here. It may, over the next few days, it could get a bounce here. I just don't think it's going to survive. That weekly chart looks to me like that it's going to weigh down on the market. And, whatever this is going to do, it might just track sideways and go down more from here. It might bounce. Either way, I think out here in these cycle lows, I think we're going to see price decline, down into this 4114 area. Which on the, like I said, I've been saying the last few videos, 4112 on the weekly, 4114 here on the daily, so they match up really nice. I think that's where we're headed, 4114, even if we do get an intermediate, like a temporary little bounce in here. All right, so that's the daily chart. All right, so let's go take a look at the trade of the day. All right, here we are on the 5-minute chart, and my goodness. There were two, to me, well, it looks like there was 1, 2, 3 really good opportunities today. The first one was overnight. This has been happening lately. We've been having a lot of overnight sessions with some really good opportunity. Here was one at 3:10 my time here in Texas, right there. This alert came in. It's Skiddus Plus indication, which becomes an alert on the Discord server for the members. But this came in right here. Wait for the dip. As soon as it makes a bounce, somewhere right in this area, you take the trade. all the way to about, really all the way to 8 a.m. Just look at that. Looking at about 17 to 20 points worth of profit right there. Super nice. Look how elevated the MACD was for hours. So when you get the MACD elevated above the zero line like that, then anytime you come down and get a bounce, you take advantage of the bounce because you know you're in elevated territory. Super nice. So that to me is the first trade of the day in the overnight session, okay? And then the next one, which is also was really just super, 920. Super nice right there at 920. Wow. Now this one, you got to be a little bit more patient. The reason I say that is because you can see the MACD is pointing down, right? Now you knew that this was already a strong day because you can see the overnight, what the overnight price action was doing. Now, I think I'd have to look at the hourly chart, but I think this right here was during the hourly cycle low. But instead of getting that really huge dip, it just kind of came down a little bit and bounced. So there was probably some profit right there if you wanted to take it. But the way I would have played this is as soon as you get this rollover right here on the MACD, then this little one right here, which is a little bit ahead of it, that's the one you want to trade. And there you go. Again, probably, this is 10, 20, 30 points. Probably catch 25 of that. Maybe 24, somewhere in this area. Super nice. And then the last one that stands out to me was this one right here at 1 o'clock. Okay, this one's, oh my gosh, this one is just like, yeah, you have to recognize when the market's moving. You have to recognize the type of day it is. Is it a down day or an up day? Now, sometimes you get really small, like we've had, like we were having, a month ago, we were having really small days, 20s and 30 range days. Super hard to trade, right? You just like can't make a lot of money. So the rest of the time, when we've got decent range days, like we've been having in this last week or two, you have to know which way the market's moving for that given day. And today was obviously up. And that's important to understand. That's why you want to be looking at the daily candlestick along with the intraday time frames. Because if you look at the daily candlestick, you say, okay, well, that was a green candlestick, right? And okay, well, as this starts to go up, you want to take the long side trade, not short, right? Today, you really don't want to be trading short because it was a green day, right? We don't even need to look at the daily, but if you did look at the daily, it's green because look at here it goes, it's green. From midnight on, let me look back at 5 o'clock. Yeah, the whole day was green, right? So knowing that's important, and that's why you wait for this kind of thing right here. As the MACD rolls over and starts going up, you take the trade. Okay, so approximately about right in this area, and you're going to catch minimum 10 points, and I would say you're going to catch more like 12 to 15 because you're going to get some of this down in here. Right, and you need to trade long on a day like today because you just, like I said, just keep it simple. Just look at the candlestick for the day. Not the 5-minute chart, not the 1 hour chart, the daily chart. What does the candlestick look like? Is it green? Okay. Right. Sometimes just keep things simple. You got a green candlestick instead of, we've been having a lot of red candlesticks. All of a sudden you get this green candlestick because you're going to get a bounce. It's going to happen. So those are the two trades of the day that really, well, three trades of the day that really stand out to me. The one here overnight at whatever time that was there at 3:10. A nice one here at about 9:20. Okay. And then again, there was a really nice one here at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. This one at 1 o'clock. By the time, see, the thing about the 1 o'clock trade was, and at 1 o'clock in the afternoon you already know it's going long. Right? Look at this day. It's just stair-stepping its way up, right? Just keeps stair-stepping its way up. By the time you get over here to 1 o'clock, you should have recognized it's a stair-step day. It's not to say at the end of the day you can't have pullbacks, but you got to recognize the type of day it is. It's a green day and it's stair stepping up. Okay, so when you get this alert right here and this starts curling up like this, you could wait it out. Like if you just took the trade right here, it's a little bit dangerous because the MACD is still going down. You could be like super safe and catch it on this side of the crossover. Just realize you're giving up some profit, and that's okay. You're going to give up this profit in this area, and you're going to catch most of that. So I said like 10 to maybe 12 points, maybe even as much as 15 points, you catch these two blocks. I'm just talking about this and that. Those sections right there, right? I mean, that's how I do the trades, guys. I don't worry about catching every last little, the lower part of the range and the upper part of the range. I just want to catch the meat of the potato, the meat of the potato, yeah, the meat of the trend. The rest, don't worry about it. Close your position, take your profit, be happy for the day. All right, that's it for now. If you want to join, become a member. It's $7.99 a month. A lot of the members are making $100 to $300 a day. The membership's paying for itself. Sure, there's going to be tough days, but that's trading. Lately, it's been absolutely amazing. Lots of trading opportunities. Make sure you read the description very carefully on how to join so you don't have any problems joining. Just real quick, what do you get with the membership? You get a nightly email that has the S&P 500 chart attached to it. You get a few sentences of my opinion about what I think the market's going to do. Of course, every day there's videos like I'm doing here, except for Friday. Sometimes I don't do Friday videos, but sometimes I do. But anyway, videos all throughout the week. All right. The Get Us Plus indicator you're seeing here, those alerts, these get sent as alerts to the Discord server. Okay. And on the Discord server, you get several alert channels. You get the S&P 500 alerts channel. You get crude oil alerts. You get gold alerts. If you're going to trade those kind of commodities, you can trade those. The top 30 stocks, the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, there's alerts for those on there, on the stock alert channel. All right. So there's also email channel in there. So, if you become a member, just drop your email in there. You get the nightly email, right? So for $7.99, there's a whole lot of value in that small amount of very small and very affordable subscription membership every month. So take advantage of it while you can. Okay, everybody, that's it for now. Happy trading. God bless everybody. We'll talk to you all real soon again next time.